Welcome back to 539, everybody. So we're checking out this massive graveyard today, and it looks like some memorial sections as well. Also expecting to find a few really cool mausoleums too while we're here, and it's probably the largest place that we've actually been to since Indianapolis. So let's get out, walk around, and see what we can find here today. So, I'm seeing some just incredible family sections here. And another interesting last name of Quick. And it does obviously have an entryway, but I think I'm just going to remain on the outside of this one. An incredible statue up there. And the wall around it's showing a little bit of wear and tear. Pretty amazing here. And kind of odd that there doesn't seem to be any inscriptions on the main memorial here. And the only names are around it here. But then right here is this absolutely amazing Civil War veterans section. I thought this might be just a central memorial here, not for any one person, but you can see that it's dedicated to, I'm not sure exactly what that name is, Abrams Black? Because it looks like two B's, but I'm assuming that that's an A. So some very, very interesting names. And an incredible little section, really, from what I'm seeing, just a fascinating cemetery. And the layout is very interesting. Lots of smaller family sections. And as you can see in the back, we've got a few different mausoleums, including right over here is not really, I don't think, a mausoleum. I think it's an above ground vault system like we've seen before. And I don't know, kind of resembles, like I was saying a while ago, a mausoleum that once had normal doors here, was replaced, or excuse me, the doors were replaced with stone slabs, and to sort of keep the stylings, they added some of the hinges here, and then where the lock was have been, they put something there too, even though that doesn't look like it's actually a lock, and more made to just look like it. Pretty cool though. Be interesting to see if we find a stained glass window in the back. So it doesn't look like it. Just a simple vent, and then the other side looking exactly the same. And over this way is actually a really, really big lake. And I'm sure you guys can hear some of the people out on the water playing, and in, I believe, a nearby campground, which should be directly next door. Oh, and right ahead I spotted another really unique Woodman of the World monument here, and it's actually, it looks like made to look like a very large stack of firewood. And over here is another one of the above ground crypts, and I'm really interested to make it over to this white, appears to be a mausoleum here in the back. But first, let's check out this here, which I would say there's almost no chance of it not being a Woodman of the World marker. Yeah, it definitely is. But again, completely unique, sort of in the shape of a pyramid here. There's lots of bugs around this one for some reason. And you can also tell right here next to it is a hidden family members memorial, and you can kind of get the idea that it's in the outline of a little log. And then up here is yet another one. So I have a feeling that this is going to be either a several part series, or we're going to be taking a second trip to this one at some point. It's one of those places where the more you look around, the more you see interesting things. And again, one of those places too that every corner you turn you see a new mausoleum and another amazing looking statue over there. But I wanted to look at this. This is interesting. It's painted brick. You can see it's from 1901 and appears to be actually very shallow. See, the back wall is only about 1.5 feet from the door, and I almost think that it's been sealed at a certain point because there's no markings, no dates, nothing at all. But it looks incredible. And you can tell how deep it is, so it's unlikely that they would have not had an interior that was visitable at one point, I would doubt. But here's another, not really hidden, but a Woodman of the World, a smaller Woodman of the World monument here. And I think, I can't tell, I think that says GAR, so they might have been, yeah, looks like there's another actual GAR marker right next to it. And then you can see the Holy Bible right there. So, pretty incredible monument, definitely falling over a bit. You can see the clear evidence that it's leaning. Alright, let's go around and see what's around the back. So I'd like to see if there's any way to see in through like a window or something like that. Wow, there's a really cool staircase. Huh. Yeah, absolutely nothing again, but you can see several vents. Okay, so here is another really cool monument. Look at that, even has an anchor next to it. Again though, doesn't seem to be any inscription, including on the back here. Only, again, these separate individual family member markers here at the front. And you can clearly see that it's a stone that it was designed with the intention of names and dates going in this area here. But they're all right here, which I've seen in tandem before, but I've never seen where they've only put writing on these. And then on the edges, these really cool name markers here. And here is a little bit of the view. Down the hill there is just a RV park along the lake here. So that's where all the noise is coming from. I think we might actually be able to get an interior view here. Here's another really cool but kind of normal looking Woodman of the World monument. Lots of them here. There's a little black squirrel over there. It's like a strange regional thing. A little bit disappointing that we can't actually get an interior view from the inside this time, but we'll go ahead and do it like this. You see there at the bottom some sort of box. I'm not sure if that's an urn, and then it looks like a Daughters of the American Revolution marker there. So, really kind of interesting. Another place where I'm kind of fascinated to see if anything's fallen down the hills here. Oh, that's neat. I don't even know what that's for right there. Look at this. How interesting is this? I have no idea what the point of this is. It might just be purely decorative for the stone right behind it. A little bit of damage, but looks in pretty good condition. Huh. Oh, and there is. There's a couple Civil War markers here halfway down the hill. How crazy is this? Look at that. Almost down the hill at the barbed wire fence around this campground is these two memorials. And actually looks like this whole trend continues along the edge of the hill here. It just seems way too steep to be doing this. Kinda can tell. I just tilt up a little bit down the steep hill. You see the fence there at the bottom. You kind of get an idea of how precarious of a position this is, but it maybe looks like there's been some erosion over the years. You can see how the edge of this section here appears like it has fallen this way, and so I'm kind of thinking now that maybe at one point it wasn't this steep and they've had to replace a lot of these. Yeah, such horrible damage right here. That again makes you think that probably was erosion that made it this steep. So yeah, I'm thinking at this point it's definitely going to be a multi-part series here. That's weird. It's like they're impact marks, but they're on the wrong side. What in the world? Look at that. There's bones, and I think there's another one on the other side. That's weird. That's almost like ritualistic. Never in my life have I ever discovered anything like this. Any evidence of any ritualistic activity or things like that in a place like this.